So today we'll be going back in history and we'll be discussing on men who prayed in time past, and what prayer has actually done for these men. Let's go. So basically, the first person we'll be discussing about is Apostle Ayo Babalola. It was recorded that Ayo Babalola prayed until his sweat became a pool where he was. I'm just wondering, where did this passion come from? Kai! According to reports, Ayo Babalola went for frequent 40 days fast. You heard me right, 40 days fast. Some of us, even when they ask us to fast for a day, we will almost die. Wake up, soldier. You need to wake up and build capacity. So one day, Ayo Babalola returned from a 40 days fast and he was told that it was time to eat. He was told to bless the food so that they can all eat. He stretched forth his hands on the food. He prayed 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, up to 32 hours just to bless the food. He was lost in prayer. After 32 hours, he woke up and saw it was morning. He was wondering what happened. Can you just imagine that tenacity of prayer? Another story about Ayo Babalola was that he loves to pray in the wilderness, just like Jesus Christ. So one day while he was praying in the wilderness, he got thirsty and he went close to a rock and commanded the rock to bring forth water. And the rock actually bring forth water. That's the power of prayer. These are mere men, mere men. They are not God or they are not spiritual beings. They are just mere men like us. That shows that you too, you can pray like them. You just need to build capacity. There's another man called John Welsh. John Welsh once said, "If I fail to spend 8 to 10 hours with God per day, then I have a bad day." These are men who prayed. These are men who prioritize prayer. There's another man called Zacharias Tanifomom. This man is an African man like us. This man was a man who was given to prayer. Given to prayer. In fact, it was recorded that he spent 16 hours with God. This man believes that 1 hour prayer is for your personal survival as a Christian. He said if you have a wife, your prayer should be at least 1 hour 30 minutes. Then if you have a wife and children, then your prayer should be at least 2 hours. And if you want to do the real work of God, it starts from 3 hours. That was his criteria. He said if you are a minister and you don't pray for at least 8 hours, you're only joking. You are not ready yet. This man organizes prayer crusades, and his own prayer crusade is from 24 hours to 100 hours non-stop prayers. Kai! These are men that praise. This thing, when you pray, God will promote you. Shackles will be broken and things will turn around for good. In fact, principalities will bow. There's another man called Praying Hyde. This man is a man who spent his entire life in prayer. He prayed until his heart shifted from the left to the right. Can you imagine that level of prayer? He went for a shake-up at a hospital and they told him that the only way he can come back is when he's silent for about 4 years. He looked at the doctor and said, "Okay, thank you." When he left, he went back to go and pray. He prayed till the heart shifted back again to its normal position. This is a man who will spend a whole day groaning for the salvation of soul. Groaning for the salvation of soul. One day he was invited for a meeting, and when he entered that meeting, the whole room was filled with the Holy Ghost, and many people gave their life to Christ. My question for you today is that what is your presence doing in the spirit realm? Rise up, soldier. Have you heard of the Moravian brothers? These were men who condemned themselves to intercessions and missions. They went into a cave and they hid there for 24 hours a day. They were in prayers. They ran in prayer shifts. They prayed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over 100 years. They were the ones who birthed almost all the revival we are hearing today. It was their prayer that birthed it. Oftentimes we claim that we are too busy every time, that we always neglect our prayer life. These men too that we are talking about, they were busy, but they find time to give themselves to prayer. Arise, soldier, arise. That your situation can change. Listen, you can change your family situation. You can change that marital issues. You can change that your financial issues. On your knees. All your friends who are living an unholy life, you can change them by putting them in your prayers. Arise, soldier. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. This video is just to reawaken our spirit, man. The Bible says pray without ceasing. These are men that praise without ceasing. Most of us, when we need something from God, we just play 1 minute prayer, 5 minute prayer, and we expect that miracle should happen. It's not done that way. You have to build capacity. You have to tarry in God's presence. Arise, soldier, if you want your situation to change. If you want your family situation to change, arise, 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 arise. With God by your side, you can do this. You can build capacity in prayer. Arise, soldier. The world is waiting for you. Arise, soldier, you can do this.